Good morning to all. So today I would like to discuss about classification of energy management schemes in ADAC wireless network. So total energy management schemes will classified into three schemes. So that is battery management scheme, and another one is transmission management scheme, and another one is system power management scheme. So battery management schemes are again will classified into three types. One is device dependent schemes, that is battery scheduling, and another one is data link layer, that is lazy packet scheduling, and another one is network layer battery management schemes, that is routing based on battery status. Okay, so first we go for the battery management. Okay, so in this battery management concerned with the problem that lie in the selection of battery technology and finding the optimal capacity of the battery. So battery management mainly depends on the what is the selection of battery technology. So that means we can a proper company an established company batteries are more good selection, and so some of the batteries are less easily can failure the nodes. Okay, so that is the first one, battery management. So and the next, transmission power management. So here the transmission power management, here the attempt to find the optimum power level for the nodes in the ADAC networks. So that means there are several paths to reach the destination. Okay, out of these several paths, which path can have the less power consumption? So by choosing that type of path, so less power consumption path means in that path each and every node can have a less power consumption. Okay, so once nodes are consumed less power, then that path is a less power consumed path. Okay, so to find out the particular path, and to that path we can transfer the data, that is transmission power management. And go for the system power management. So here the system power management mainly deals with the hardware parts. So that means peripheral devices of a node. Okay, so that means the system CPU and RAM and then LCD display. So these are the some hardware parts. So we can require system power management. So mainly the power management schemes, there are three management schemes. So that means battery management, and another one is transmission power management, and another one is system power management. So we can discuss the briefly about battery management. So here the battery management is the battery management scheme is a lifetime of a node is determined by the capacity of the energy source and energy required by a node. Okay, so the lifetime of a node, so here the lifetime of a node can be determined the capacity of a node source and the energy required by a node. So total energy లో, సో ఆ నోడు ఎంత సోర్స్ ఎంత ఎనర్జీని గ్రాప్స్ చేసింది. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద లైఫ్ టైమ్ ఆఫ్ ఏ నోడ్. సో అండ్ దెన్ నెక్స్ట్ దెర్ ఆర్ సమ్ డివైజెస్ డిపెండెంట్ అప్రోచెస్ టు ఇంక్రీజ్ ద బ్యాటరీ లైఫ్ టైమ్ బై ఎక్స్పోజింగ్ ద ఇంటర్నల్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్. ఓకే, సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద first one, device dependent schemes. So one is battery scheduling technology. So here the battery scheduling technology means in that out of our battery, so there are L cells are there. So these L cells, L is a subset of batteries can be scheduled for transmitting a given packet, leaving other cells to recover their charge. Okay, so there are some approaches to select the subset of cells. So that means the battery scheduling techniques means so these different nodes our in the network, there are several nodes are there. So these several nodes are used in particular scheduling to our battery, so that we can manage the battery resources. So here the scheduling algorithms, so scheduling is one is giant technique, and another one is round robin technique, and another one is random technique. So in the case of giant technique, the same amount of current will run equally from all the cells which is concerned in the parallel. So that means in the from source to destination there are suppose 10 nodes are there. So all these 10 nodes utilize the same amount of power. So that is, suppose our battery having some amount of energy, so this some amount of energy is equally partitioned to the all the nodes. So all the nodes are utilized by the same amount of power. So that is giant technique. And another one is round robin technique. So in the case of round robin technique, the current is drawn from the batteries in turn by switching from one to another next. So here in the round robin technique, we can't use the equal amount of battery energy. So here the first node uses whatever the required to the first node, only that that amount of power can be drawn from the total amount of power. Okay, like this we can pass the remaining amount of current will be passed to the another node. So like this all nodes are utilized in the round robin technique. And another technique is random technique. So in the case of random technique, any one of the cell is chosen randomly. Okay, so any one of the cell is chosen randomly. That type of cell is utilized by a particular node. So these are the three battery management schemes. Okay, and second technique is in the data link layer battery management. So in the data link layer battery management, here to reduce the power, increase the transmission time. So here simply to reduce the power, so we can increase the transmission time, but this is not always suitable for the all cases. So once we can increase the transmission time, so we can the bit rate is slower. So that means to transfer the data with a long time. Okay, so but it is not suitable for the wireless environmental packet. So that a transmission schedule is designed taking into account the delay constraint of the packets. Okay, so the next another one is battery aware of MAC protocol. So battery aware of MAC protocol. So here to provide uniform discharge of the batteries of the nodes that contained for the common channel. The next lower backup interval per nodes in higher charge. Okay, and another one is network layer battery management. Here the network layer battery management, mainly the goal is to increase the lifetime of the network. So to increase the lifetime of the network, the first one is shaping algorithm. So here the shaping algorithm, so here we can introduce the delay slots in the battery to discharge process. If battery change become low, stop the next transmissions. Okay, so until that means transaction never failures if whenever the power consumption power in the battery is less, so we can stop the next transaction. So like this, so we can use the shaping algorithm. So after, as soon as battery is recovered and enter the higher than the threshold, it starts the servicing in the queue operations. Okay, so like this here the shaping algorithm is used. So these are the some battery management schemes. So one is first one is battery scheduling technique, and another one is data link layer battery management, and another one is network layer battery management.